The alleged murder at Himley. In the summer of 1848, beneath the brooding skies of Staffordshire, a storm brewed not only in the heavens but also among men. The gentle rolling hills and farm that surrounded Himley Hall whispered secrets of old, secrets that were now steeped in blood. Himley Hall, an estate held by Lord Ward, stood proudly against the backdrop of oak trees and meandering streams. Its halls had echoed with laughter during grand soirees, its gardens had flourished under the careful hands of skilled keepers. Yet on this fateful day, one such keeper lay cold upon the earth, a victim of a most tragic dispute. Mr. Norris was well respected among his peers as head keeper, known for his firm hand yet fair disposition toward those who worked under him. On this particular Tuesday morning, he rode out with purpose, his sharp gaze scanning the fields for any sign of trouble concerning Mr. Longville's dogs, troublesome beasts that often strayed from their masters' nearby quarters. As fate would have it, he encountered Hull, the under-gamekeeper, a man who had a volatile temper. Their exchange began innocently enough, however, tension crackled between them like static electricity in the air. "Whose dog is that?" Norris queried as he spotted an unleashed hound sniffing a nearby tree as he approached Lewis and another laborer sheltering beneath an oak tree from an unexpected rain shower. "It belongs to Mr. Longville," came Lewis's reply. Norris scowled, that Lou's dog could pose a risk to the livestock on the nearby field. Complete negligence, its owner urgently needed to be confronted. Norris felt frustrated. Norris and Hull eventually came face to face on a nearby turnip field. Hull carried a gun slung over his shoulder while Norris sat astride his horse. Words were exchanged, turning the air hostile. Norris aired his grievances regarding the roaming hound. Norris edged the horse on where he sat, edging it towards Hull. Both men's faces were twisted with rage. Norris was close enough to strike Hull hard with his fist at the side of his face. And then it happened, during the scuffle laced with curses and taunts echoing through the turnip fields, an almighty bang filled the air. Hull had shot Norris, the incident witnessed by those watching nearby. Smoke curled lazily upward into a sky now darkening ominously above them all as silence fell heavy upon the witness' ears. It hung there for a moment, before erupting into chaos once more as Norris fell from his horse, upon the cold ground, crimson seeping through cloth where the flesh had been pierced by the shot. Hull made his way through the gate and walked towards Himley. He was met by an out-of-breath witness, who'd heard the commotion. "What on earth happened?" questioned the witness. Looking the fellow in the eye, Hull responded, "I've shot him. He tried to ride his horse over me. For God's sake, come and help me do something with him," responded the witness with a sense of urgency. Shaking his head, Hull refused as he walked away, with the gun slung over his shoulder. The witness knelt beside Norris. Turning his head to him, "I'm dying," Norris said, with weakness in his voice. More help arrived. They carried Norris to the village of Himley in a chair. Witnesses provided evidence to the court. Wait to see what consequences Hull faced. Guilty or not guilty, Part 2 coming soon.